What's up guys, Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. Today I'm addressing the also popular question of what is the best split? And that question of what is the best training split? How should I be training? Total body, push-pull, split muscle group. What is the best way to split up my routine? The answer is so complex that it would take me 5,000 videos to answer it. Now again, you want the truth? I'll give you the truth. The truth is that it really depends on so many different factors. What is your goal, first of all? Are you training for explosiveness? Are you training for size only? Are you training for strength? What does your entire week look like of training? And more so than that, what does your entire month look like in training? What have you trained the month prior to that? All these things matter. And when it comes to sort of these hard and fast rules, people get really, really caught up in them, so much so that they kind of lose the forest for the trees, right? I'll give you an example right here with a perfect exercise, I think, to illustrate this. We know that there's a push-pull split. And I'm a big advocate of push-pull splits. Again, depending upon the sequence of your training and where you're at in your particular training and what your goal is. But a push-pull split relies on the fact that certain muscle groups tend to pull, i.e. your back, your lats, your mid-back, your rhomboids, and your biceps. And they would go and they would work synergistically together. So if you were trying to maximize your recovery in between sessions, you would work those muscle groups together to allow you to recover in between those sessions, as opposed to, let's say, hitting your back and then inadvertently or sort of auxiliary hitting your biceps and then coming right back the next day and hitting your biceps again, with them being not recovered from your previous workout. So that's sort of the idea behind that. Same thing applies to the push of chest, triceps, and shoulders all working in concert to push. But if you follow that rule and follow that rule only, you would lose sight of the fact that there's a great exercise that you could be doing right now that could be working your back and your triceps together. Again, a push and a pull. Guess what? They actually work well together. Look at this exercise I'm doing. All I had to do was lay down on the ground. Again, I'm doing this in a home version, so I have two bands anchored behind me on something sturdy. It could be a couch here. I just have it on the bottom of a piece of equipment. But if you're in the gym, you can easily take this into the gym and do a cable setup here and either lay on a bench or lay on the floor. Now what we're doing is we're actually working on the synergy that occurs between the back and the long head of the triceps to create a killer exercise to hit both of these areas. We call it sort of a tricep extension pullover, because that's exactly what the hell it is. It's a tricep extension into a pullover. So when we do our first part of the exercise here, we do a tricep extension, right? We do a lying tricep extension. It really hits our triceps hard. We get peak contraction here up at the top, and different than we would if we were doing this with a dumbbell, we actually still have tension at the top here because the line of resistance is behind us, with the bands being pulled in that same line, right? But from here, we can intensify this even more, add even more contraction to the long head of the triceps, which will help to extend our arms and bring them back behind our body, or at least in the direction of going towards the back side of our body here. So extending them. But at the same time, we're doing a classic adduction of the upper arm and bringing it down closer to our sides in a pullover fashion, which is exactly what the lats do. So you see, synergistically, this adduction of the arms and the extension here of our arms as we get here past neutral, or down to neutral at least, it's the active extension, that's something that the triceps handle. So if you were to lock yourself in and thinking, push, pull, I can't train triceps and back together, it's always biceps and back, that's not going to get the job done. So I think there's so many ways, like I said, 5,000 videos to answer that question. The most important concept is this: vary your training and know what you're doing and have a purpose behind your training. Remember, training without a purpose is just working out. If you want to work out and have a purpose behind it, that's not only how you're going to get the fastest results, but you're going to get so much more out of every workout because you're going to be having a game plan and a reason and some science behind what you do. So I hope that kind of at least answers the question a little bit, that you got to stop thinking necessarily about the perfect split, and you got to start using all variations of splits in your training if you want to get the best results. If you want a program that lays out your splits exactly how I feel you should be following them in the sequence that you should, given the goals that I know we're trying to accomplish, then head to ATHLEAN-X.com right now and get our ATHLEAN-X training system. In the meantime, let me know what you guys want to see here on these videos. I'll do my best to cover them in each and every video that I do. Remember, this channel started for you, and it's going to continue being for you, and I rely on your requests to make sure I do. All right, I'll be back here again real soon. See ya.